I was sort of led to join gaming because I'd only really played in NA teams in the past, and we never really did very well. I kind of wanted to give playing like one last shot to prove myself. I had a lot of doubts about whether or not I was a good player, whether or not I was a choker, or whether or not I had what it takes to play, like, you know, and beat the best players, if I could win a tournament, things like that. They asked me, and I was like, yeah, I would like to take this opportunity to try to prove myself one more time.
Proving himself one last time paid off. Gaimin Gladiators dominated, winning every major. Remarkably, they didn't drop a single main stage match all year until Riyadh. Needless to say, they confidently secured their spot for the International.
You build the muscles of playing against the best players, and you sort of shirk some of that fear and that, like, you know, scariness of like the top players. You get rid of that. You feel way more that you can actually win the tournament. I think in past teams, you sort of, you know, try to cope it up and believe that, hey, I'm really good and we have a chance, we can win the tournament. But deep down, you sort of don't believe you can. Playing through the DPC in Europe, deep down, I believe we could. Like, it wasn't like a bit, it wasn't like some, you know, shell I was putting on. It was like, we can actually win the tournament. With every series we won and every like game that we gained confidence, was like becoming more of a reality. Like, it's not just that we can, it's maybe we will. The day after you've won a tournament, you're just another chump who needs to prove himself. Like, if you lose the next qualifier, you bomb out of the next major, you don't win the next major, suddenly it was a fluke, you're a chump, you're a joke, you know, you're yesterday's lunch. And so I think going into every tournament after Lima, Berlin, Bali, you know, the Dream Leagues, everyone felt like we were fighting for our life, and that we could get eliminated in groups if we weren't careful. That's how it felt for me. I used to get insanely stressed in the past before games. And this year I've managed to quell that to a large degree, because it used to be playing games was just miserable, honestly. Playing officials was not fun at all, because I was just like racked with anxiety the entire time, and beforehand it was agony. The years of going through that, I slowly fixed bits and pieces and learned different things about this stuff. And I think a lot of those things helped me to find a much better routine for me this year, to allow me to like be more consistent and not be so, you know, in my own head.